Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the year 2026. Headlines with Amr. We are still going, baby. It is Friday, January 9th, and this is episode 48 of this show. And I want to start off right at the top by saying, thank God 2026 is here. I mean, oof, 2025 was brutal. Highlights, of course, include the fact that Charlie Kirk got an NFL tribute and Miss Rachel got labeled an anti-Semite, and that pretty much everybody in the United States of America spent the entire year, thanks to memes, trying to figure out if this was a tribute to Pizza Hut or Michael Jackson. Now, as the year came to a close in December, I really felt ready to move on and put this all behind me. And I saw everyone's posts, let's move on, can't wait for 2026, 2025 sucked. But unfortunately, there were a few last gasps that 2025 took that really threw me for a loop. Number one, they gave us the wrong flu vaccine. How did they do that? And also, how powerless does that make you feel? That someone can just give you the wrong, be like, here's your flu shot, and then you walk out and get the flu. Also, not great for all of the conspiracy theorists and science deniers out there, because you know they were like, see, told you. Oof. And there was a lot of other stuff, some of it very dark and very just, frankly, hard to even repeat on this show. But one thing I think I can talk about that was actually one of the more absurd things was when Donald Trump opened his ass cheeks and dragged his skid marks across the front of the Kennedy Center. That's right. The man felt the need to just add Donald Trump and to this storied institution of culture and art and so many other things. And while there's so much righteous anger about this, we're pissed! We're so mad! I'll probably regret that when this notebook gets full. But really, why don't we take a second and think actually about just how bizarre that is? Like, can you imagine? He didn't like redo it. He didn't retract something. He didn't get rid of something. He didn't officially change anything. He just wrote his name and. Let's put this in context. Can you imagine if you showed up to the storied Taylor Swift Eras tour, unworthy of the talent she provided, but that's another topic, and went up to a mom and her daughter who between them had 0 kidneys because they gave up all 4 of them to buy the tickets, and this is literally what they were doing with their dying breaths, and you just got in their seat with them and you were like, and me. Or imagine you're at a wedding and they say, do you, Billy Bob McSqueezin' Bob, take this blah, 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 blah. And he's like, do you take this man? And then you just go, you're like, and this man. Me too. Like, you can't do that, right? Anyways, all to say, yes, forget it. It's in the past. 2026 is going to be better. You know, there's all this pushing in our culture to move on, go to the next thing. Hey, it wasn't that bad. Start over, refresh, do it again, do it brand new, start all over again. New page, new year. And, I loved all of that, but yeah. Okay. So what you're telling me is that time is just this fake thing that we made up that's really only great for being able to mark things like this. She's 70. Okay, look, I don't want to sound immature here. There are some great things about time. Check out this rock clock. Beyond the obvious good stuff, of course, but really, the truth is that sometimes we use time as a way to just ignore things we don't like and to just move on. And you can see that with the way people talk about storied atrocities like slavery. You can see it in how people were just talking about January 6th. This idea like, let's move on, let's start fresh. It's a new day, it's a new year. New me, new year, new me. Well, maybe not. Because when we push everyone to move forward, we forget things. And we miss the way something like this is really similar to something like this, rendering us unable to see clearly when some things like this happen. And of course, I'm sure you all remember when we all still cared about this. What happened to that? So, Happy New Year, happy 2026. And whether it's New Year, new me, New Year, same me, New Year, who gives a fuck, I hope that the promise of this renewal in a new year is something that you can take with a grain of context. Thank you all for watching. It is a pleasure, as always, to be with you, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.